Welcome to this second session looking at the message of 1 Peter. The last section was an introduction, and we're now looking at 1 Peter chapter 1 verses 3 to 12, which is an emotive call to praise God with great joy. Let's first of all though remind ourselves of the overall message and theme of the letter. Peter's overall message is this: God in his grace has chosen us to be his people and to experience glory with him when Christ returns. We experience some glory right now in love and peace and hope, but we also experience many types of trials and suffering. This is to be expected, as Christ also suffered before entering glory, and believers around the world are suffering too. Make sure though that you only suffer for doing good, and that you only do good in suffering. Being God's people means that we're effectively strangers in this world. We're only here for a time and live very differently. God has known from the beginning that it would be like this, and it's all part of God's grace in sanctifying us to be holy like Christ as the Holy Spirit works in us. So, 1 Peter chapter 1 verses 3 to 12. This is an emotive call to praise God with great joy because, wow, amazing! God has done phenomenal things for us in his grace and mercy, things we do not deserve. First of all, he's given us a living hope. This is living in the sense that it's not a dead hope. It's living in the sense that we have this hope right now. It's living in the sense that it's based on Christ's resurrection from the dead to life forevermore. And it's living in the sense that it's based on our own resurrection to life. But this is not just to some second order of life. It's to life in all its fullness, with an incredible inheritance. Let me explain. Whereas for the Jewish people in the Old Testament, their inheritance was a physical land which lasted only for a time and was quickly spoiled. And while for us in the 21st century West, we're used to a quality of life which gets better with each generation for the last few centuries, this is definitely not always the case as civilizations rise and fall. But this inheritance will never perish. It will never come to an end or cease to exist. It will never spoil or be tainted by sin or evil. It will never fade or become boring with time. Furthermore, you are guaranteed to enter this inheritance. In this life, we might die before it is ours, or it might be squandered before we get it. But no, it's kept in heaven secure for you, and you are kept on track for it by God's mighty power, which protects you from losing your way or being destroyed. But in the midst of all this excitement, the reality is that we suffer grief in this life. Suffering hits our emotions, whether it be natural or human-inflicted trials. But remember, these are temporary, and God is using them to prove your faith, just as gold is proved to be what it is in the refiner's fire, and everything else is burnt up. So your faith will come through pure and unadulterated. And this will all result in glory, not only to God, but also to you, as God says, well done, when Christ returns. Talking of Jesus, remember your salvation in him. You love him and you trust him, and this causes great joy to rise up within you. You see your salvation is secured in the past, in his death, and in your new birth. It's experienced in the present in your relationship with him, and it is certain for the future when he returns. You are living in a privileged time. God spoke through the Old Testament prophets, but they couldn't fully understand what they were describing. But this was for you, and you can look back and see their fulfillment. Oh, they earnestly sought to understand the meaning because they knew it was significant. And angels too long to look into all this, but cannot experience it in the same way that you do. So yes, trials are going to cause you grief and emotional upset, but focus on what God is doing in you and for you, and the glory to come. I encourage you to read 1 Peter chapter 1, verses 3 to 12, and think about its meaning for you.